BEEX project is a no-profit foundation about visual art and photography. If you want to help us, just drop a donation on buymeacoffee.com/BerlinExplorer. Welcome everyone to 50 Minutes of Experience. Today I'm with Laura Stanciu from Romania, I think. And I discovered her, I think, on Instagram or probably on Lomography. It's possible?
Yeah, actually. Lomography.
Okay, perfect. And her picture are really, for me, interesting. In a way, they communicate a lot of hidden feeling that usually we cannot see in a commercial way of photography or what is mainstream actually, but I would love to know and go deep a bit more with her. So welcome, Laura.
Thanks for having me. It's really my first podcast ever. And it usually I don't really think about what types of photos I photograph. Like, it's just what strikes me and what catches my eye. And I try to transform it into something that's like picture-like. So I'm seeing a scenery and I'm like, what makes me, I don't know, interested in something in that part of the scenery. So I don't really do landscape photography. I don't take like plain views of a city, like not even with Bucharest, because Bucharest does have some nice buildings and architecture, but I'm not really interested in that part. Or I really like to combine the nature and the structures, like harsh materials and stuff, because we also have a lot of abandoned places, and I also like the mix of these two, like the soft part and the harder parts of a city.
I think this is what is really interesting in your pictures too. Don't really focus too much on what other people focus on. I mean, this is the individually part, and that's why we are here. We are talking. But just to go a bit more into your life, just to know something a bit about you. Tell me, when did you start taking picture, and in general?
So I started to take pictures in high school. In my last year of high school, yeah, I was like 19. Now I'm 21. So I've been taking pictures of 3 years or so. And I'm not into like an art faculty or a college. I do something more theoretical, and I think this is what helps me not to give into the mainstream part of the photography. I also don't have exposure, but I think that will come in time if I remain on taking pictures.
Yeah, sure.
Because some students from our city, they really transform so they can mold into what the professors want from them, and we don't even have credits to our arts in art school here, which is fucked up. And I have full credit on my picture, so yeah.
Yeah, totally. I mean, in a way or another, we are influenced from something. This is something we cannot change because it's our anthropological level. But yeah, I understand your point. I mean, I studied in the art school, but I was never influenced from professor, and that's why I did my high school first year of high school 5 times. But yeah, it is also I think a way to groove. I mean, if I was not against the school when I was young, probably I was not here doing what I do. And so then everything in a way or another influence us. But I'm really curious to know what you study. So
I study entrepreneurial and business, but also I don't know how to translate it in English very well, but I'm also an engineer and both economic. So like I'm an economical engineer when I finish high school, and that could lead me to a path that I don't want. So hopefully I will do something with my pictures, because I also would love to learn more about that. So I'm not that focused on what I do in college. It's just I don't know, to broaden my knowledge.
Yeah, that's I think it's honest and fair enough. I mean, I did the same way. I did 2 times the university, then studied until the end and never got a degree. I mean, I was just curious and to learn and to get, more books, advice, or just to discover what I was able to do. And just to go, I want to drive this podcast in a different way because I feel particularly influenced to review your portfolio. And I have a question for you, and it's using photography, do you think you can connect with your deep emotion?
I mean, definitely, because I take pictures based on instinct. So it does help me to learn more about what interests me and what is it really like my internal kind of drive in stuff. Because as I said, I do love plants and I do love nature, but I also like to put them in other perspectives.
I ask you that because I'm curious to then the second question related to the first is in general in your life it is difficult for you to go deep in the emotion, or it's quite easy?
A bit, yeah. I'm not really focused on that because I never really shared what I feel. Mostly I just keep it to myself. So when I take a picture that like reveals a bit of what I feel inside, some people did come out and say, "Hey, are you fine? Are you okay?" And that did help with my emotional state. But usually I'm fine, so I don't. It's not really a problem that I don't share my emotions because I have a medium to put them into, like my photos.
Yeah, this is totally clear for me. I mean, I watch your picture and I see your emotion. I see many things. I mean, as a curator in this case, I would throw them behind what is your medium, and I think it's really crazy and interesting in the same time, and make me laugh a bit because it's not because I'm laughing about you, but I'm laughing about the connection. Are always a surprise, but
Yeah.
my team in this project and in general is a friend. She's so similar to you. I mean, she has. I can see your face and you, and I have to share with you the picture of her. And, you are so similar, but the point is, you are so similar also in a way emotional, and also in the picture, also in using the contrast in the picture, the kind of picture, the way to use the color or the black and white, it's so similar. I have to connect you with this person, absolutely, because I think it's nice. It's funny for me because I know really good this person is a really good friend of mine, and this way, that's why I asked you about the deep connection in your
Yeah,
life.
it's also really nice to know that there are some other people that feel and see it similarly in a way that I see too. It's
Totally.
really comforting
Many,
to
many,
know that you're not alone.
many of them I have met in my life. They are reacting like you, but as also me. I mean, in the past, I was really like that. I mean, also now I don't really think about what I do. I do because I'm driven from my emotion. But yeah, in the same way, I also learned in a way or another to expose more myself in also my human emotion. So I just step out, in the life. And what I wanted to talk with you is, do you think, in a way or another, in these 2 years you're shooting pictures, something changed inside of your life, completely or in part?
Yeah, I mean, the group friend that I'm now in, I'm only friends with them because I made another friend that liked my pictures, so he introduced me to them. So it really did open a lot of things for me, and some things in my life now wouldn't not be here if I didn't decide to shoot pictures. It really did help me come to this point, and it really did make me a better person, because when you open up to even post your pictures, you have this kind of vulnerability about it, like you're okay with everyone seeing them. And I wouldn't have this if I didn't shoot pictures. Like it does make it like evolution to make a progression with yourself, and also compete with yourself in a way, because you always want to take better pictures.
I don't know if I'm agree with that. I'm more like, I don't want to shoot better picture. I want to shoot cruel picture of action I did until now. I mean, during the year, I tried to experiment a lot on photography and to destructure as more as possible the way to shoot picture. This is also because of my study of creation and editing. So then when I do it, a review of my work, I try always to go more deep, and then in a way or another, I put away something. I try to put away as much as possible to focus really on something, touch my inside. It's really difficult after years to really touch your emotion with photography, because especially more you discover, more it's difficult to then be again as a child in a philosophy way to be surprised from something. So then probably also this guided me to become a creator and to see the work of other people, because I'm searching always for something touch me in a way or another, as not to be really deep, but that shaking me a bit, I'm interested a lot in a photographer like you, because it's a really kind of work, I think, simple, minimal sometimes, and so effective in the motion. And I want to ask you, have you some words describes what you see behind your picture? I mean, after you took the picture, okay, you took without thinking, just was an impact, was an instinct, but then you select this picture because then you publish.
Yeah.
And you do it the same things, and I'm sure about that you don't think. You're just write it from your emotion to publish that picture. But
Yeah.
in some cases, I have seen on Instagram, for example, you write something on this picture, and what you write there, it's just something became there in that moment, or is something much more deeper?
If you're talking about the pictures that I've written on them, that's the spur of the moment. Like I wrote them like a view into how and why I take pictures, because that's basically what the text says. It's a text like dispersed on 3 pictures, and it's just like how a man gets shot. This is how I view it. It's like instantly, and I wanted to do that because I also like calligraphy. So I used the black letter font and I applied them on the pictures after to what I thought it would be ideal for the text. And also the one with the blue kind of color is actually like the first picture I ever shot. So that's why I chose that specific picture. And to go on again at the analogy that I made with the man getting shot, it's basically that, because when you take a picture, you want it to be like full on clear what you wanted to express. Basically,
no, I don't know.
I
Really.
mean, this is how my view of it is, and yeah, I don't really remember what I was thinking while writing the text because it was so in the moment. Like it really is just to let my emotions out. So right now I couldn't really explain it. It's simply how it is.
I'm asking you because, at first it's funny for me because I'm able to read sometimes Romanian in this case. And I was not, I mean, it's my first time I read something Romanian in my life and I understand. But I'm Italian, so then probably it's more easy for me. And also because I know a bit of Spanish, also probably it's there. But in other case, also because I see that most of the time is a really short text, and I can understand that short text is really related to the picture you do it, because also your picture are in a way short text. There is more poetry than long description of what you felt. And as I'm just curious about, would you have some experience in photography? Maybe you dreamed, or just, I don't know, for example, shooting picture with 4x6, or just if we have to a bit watching in the future, what kind of experience would you like to do?
Well, I would definitely want to shoot larger format, but with the larger format comes the somehow restraining, because I'm thinking there will be more stuff in the frame. So that's why I think even now 35mm is fine with me, because I can exclude some things that I don't want in my picture and only focused on that. So with medium format, I think it will definitely be a bit harder, but yeah, there would also be scenes that I could also incorporate, but I think I will have to somehow adapt to the larger frame.
Yeah.
And that could be difficult, but I definitely think that if I would feel the scene, I could do that with no problem. I would just have to change a bit, or like how I said, adapt.
Yeah, I understand. And last question, then I think our 50 minutes are done. I think also more than 50 minutes. Did you met someone in your life during these 2 years because of the connection you did in photography, that in a way or another you felt was destiny, to meet that person behind, using photography?
Definitely. Like I said, the one friend that introduced me to this group, but that is not really like the same, because that one didn't continue with photography. He just did it while we met, and then he kind of gave up both the scene and the friends. But there was also another person who also kind of shoots the uglier side of the Bucharest that I also enjoy, who I'm not really friends with, but I did connect with and had some experiences that were really nice, and kind of like helped me to accept that I don't want to shoot generic photos. And like through the connection with him, I became more accepting of what I want to shoot. Because earlier I was a bit not focused on having good pictures, but having pictures that would mean something. And now I'm not really that inclined to that, even though I do want to take pictures that mean something, but at the same time I'm not that focused on it, so it comes naturally.
Yeah, I completely see. So thank you a lot for your time. It was nice to meet you. And if someone want to watch the picture of Laura, I will put in description the link. And I hope you feel the same feeling I feel. And thank you again.
Thank you, the same, and have a good day.
Thanks for listening to our podcast. Learn more about our project at allmylinks.com/BerlinExplorer or visit our Instagram and follow Berlin Explorer Project.